What's going on, guys? My name is WrestleMania. Now, I know I did a video earlier today about my picks for Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl, but in the past 24 hours, two big stories broke, including 4 characters disconfirmed for All-Star Brawl, and also voice acting is not, it's set. There is no voice acting in the game at this time. More on that in a little bit, but starting off with the news that broke yesterday. 4 characters finally disconfirmed, and others who have a chance of being lowered. First off, the characters being Gur, which I think a lot of people expected since he was only a part of Zim, but he will not be a playable character. Alex Mack from The Secret World of Alex Mack, that is a more live action, so they're looking like most live action films or sitcoms won't make it in. At least, that's what it's looking like. I never heard of Alex Mack, though, either. But the big one, this is actually a surprising one, is Fanboy and Chum Chum. And chances may have been lowered for these following shows: Making Fiends, Cat Scratch, Mr. Meaty, Robot and Monster. So, the big one is Fanboy and Chum Chum. Because, yes, a lot of people are saying they're pushing not to get them in. But with that still being an iconic show, I think this is starting to show that this is going to be a smaller roster than we believed. I know there's a lot of people being optimistic about 50. I know we weren't expecting to get the Smash Ultimate. But I'm expecting maybe at most 30 at this point. Maybe the same size as Melee's roster. And that still was a fun game. And I still remember the first Mortal Kombat having about 8 playable characters. And that game was still fun. But Fanboy Chum Chum, they're not in. Alex Mack has been confirmed not in. And Gur is not going to be a playable character. Now on to the other story, which broke just a couple hours ago. Just a couple hours ago during an interview with Richard Horvitz on Instagram. Excuse me, if I can't pronounce that name right. The voice actor for Invader Sim, that helps, was asked about the video game, Nickelodeon's All-Star Brawl, and he's even said that they have not reached out to anyone in parts of voice acting. And people ask, could they just use previous voice actors from older shows? And where he even says you can, they still need the voice actors' permissions because that is their voice. And with the game coming out October 4th, this is going to be an interesting thing. I think this is going to be the more impactful thing. I know a lot of people have been saying that this is definitely going to affect the game, but some people have been saying now they don't want to buy the game. So, my thoughts on here is, first off, I already talked about a smaller roster, but now this is starting to look like live action shows or sitcoms might not make it in, because if they're not going to go as far as getting the voice acting in for the game, then that means they're not going to put even more work into getting live action characters, and especially if the rumored release date is true. Now, there was one comment on the video that I was watching. I'll link the video for this one in the description. And I'm actually going to read it off right now. It was about the, okay, right here. It says, I remember the Power Rangers fighting game that grew in a fan base of its own, didn't have voice acting at launch, but got it in a later patch. If Nick Brawl gets big enough, then I imagine we could get something similar here too. And that was done by Quick Gaming. I will link him in the description as well. I have to drag my... There we go. So, it doesn't look like it's out of the question. If this was like, I want to say Gen 3 or 4 with GameCube, Xbox Original, and PlayStation 2, forget about it. We wouldn't be getting patches or DLCs. But it's not going to be completely bad. It's not going to say that it's going to be completely bad, but this is going to be an impactful thing. hopefully it's not gonna be like Nickelodeon kart racing with 1 and 2, where there was just no voice acting and it just came out completely flat. The trailer still looks great. The game still looks great, and I think they're just playing it safe because no one knew. I don't think Nickelodeon even knew that this was gonna be as big as it was at launch. So that's just the update I have. I'm gonna be following this more and more as it comes out. So make sure you subscribe, and if you enjoyed this video, leave a like. Comment what you think of this now. I know a lot of people were expecting a bigger roster, but like I said, if they're not going to put Fanboy and Chum Chum in, if they're playing it safe, it looks like we're going to have a smaller roster. But the big thing, give or take, voice acting. Are you going to still buy the game? Are you going to give it a chance? Or are you going to boycott it? My suggestion is, let's see how it unfolds. Now, if they don't put voice acting in at all, even if they put the voice line from older shows and put it in, I still think they'll be good. But the biggest thing right now is if they don't put it in and they charge it $50, I'm not getting it. I'm hoping it's not going to be as rushed like Battlefield Bottom was, but we'll just see. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like. I'll be following these stories as they come out, so make sure you subscribe and hit the bell for notifications when I upload. And guys, I'll see y'all later on. Stay 0G.